Good morning, traders. How are you? Welcome back to Simply Forex. Yeah, let's get started. So, guys, as always, the live stream is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like. All right, guys. So yeah, ask me anything you like about trading. Could be a trade that you're in, a trade you need help with. Could be the psychology of the trading. Could be money management, could be some techniques, support and resistance. There are millions and millions of things that we can talk about, guys. All right. So yeah, any questions about any of those things, get them over to me today. All right, guys. Also, what must I mention? Yeah, guys, we're going to also look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades as well. Got some really good trades today. And we're also going to look at the important news for today as well, guys. All right. So we're going to do all the things we normally would and answer all of your questions. So yeah, good morning, HMH. Good morning, Muyi. Yes, vodka prepared as always. Always have my vodka ready. You never know when you might need it. So yeah, we're going to do all those things, guys. But before I start, yeah, if you enjoy this vid, then yeah, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. Also, we have a Discord channel, guys. So if you're interested in that, we've got lots of traders sharing great ideas and knowledge. So come join Discord. There's loads of cool things on there. Secondly, don't forget to join us for the live stream. Obviously, if you're here, you haven't forgotten. We do these every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT, guys. So come and join us for these. And thirdly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and we'll send you all the information. All the details for all of these things are in the video description. Morning, Greg. Morning, Issam. Morning, Carlos. Okay, good to have you all here, guys. I hope you are all well this morning. So, guys, yeah, like I say, get all your questions ready, guys. Yeah, I'm going to answer all of them. So we're going to start with, guys, we're going to start with this. We're going to look back at yesterday's trade, all right? And we are going to look at the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. And this was a losing trade. Okay, so I'm happy to admit it. I had a losing trade, no problem. Yeah, these are all part of trading. More people, morning John, morning Jade, morning Lawrence. How the devil are you all? I hope you're well. Yeah, guys, get all your questions ready. So yeah, we had a few trades from yesterday. We had Euro New Zealand, guys. We never had a trade, didn't break H1 structure. We had gold. Yeah, gold is just in a bit of a, you know, a box of indecision. And we also had Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, in hindsight, I wish I'd got into that trade. But the one we're going to focus on is Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, and we're going to look at that, guys, because it was a losing trade. Yeah, I made a mistake. I'm happy to admit it. And we are going to learn from this mistake. All right. So what was the trade idea initially? So the trade idea was this, guys. Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, we were looking to short this pair. So price was in an uptrend. Yeah, this gray zone here was a weekly resistance level. And then price broke down, yeah, breaking these lows, okay? And ever since then, we've been looking for shorts, all right? And then we were just, you know, questioning where will it retrace? Will it retrace to here and come down? Will it retrace to here and come down? Yeah, we need to wait for the market to tell us. Yeah, but this was the position we were in, but we were looking for shorts. All right, that's the day chart. And then if we drop down to the H1 chart, guys, as I do every morning, yeah, I had all of my gray zones marked out. Okay, so yeah, if you look at this, we had this gray zone here. Yeah, and we've got this gray zone up here. All right. So let's zoom back in now, guys. So price, yeah, had touched this gray zone once the previous day, and then it come back up and tested it again. Okay, this is the last high for this pair, guys. All right, this is the last high. So if this held and we got a reaction, I would be happy to trade from this. And then basically, guys, we've just got a lot of indecision at this level, okay? And then we had this low and this low. So it wasn't until this candle here that I thought we could enter this trade, okay? So I entered this trade. I entered at the close of this candle, all right? And let me show you where I put my stop. 1 second, let me just show you on the M15 chart, guys. Yeah, so I put my stop here above this M15 swing high. Okay, so I put my stop there because on the M15 chart, this made sense to me. Okay, this was the last swing high on the M15. All right, so I put my stop here. If we go back to the H1 chart, oh, sorry guys, still getting used to the trading view and new technology, as you can see. So yeah, all right guys, so let's zoom in. So I entered here, yeah, and I put my stop here, all right? And then the idea was to take price back down to these last H1 lows, okay? And yeah, that would make sense, guys. Yeah, you would think, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's bounced off of our grey zone. Yeah, we've sort of got past this indecision. Yeah, these buyers, yeah, here and here have slowly been taken out with this candle. Okay, and then I was looking to trade down to the bottom. All right, and then I looked at this trade and then I analyze this trade. So what I suggest you do, guys, every trade that you have, yeah, especially the bad ones, yeah, at the losing trades, they might not be bad trades. They may be, you may have traded according to your strategy and it was just didn't work out. But analyze the losing trades. Yeah, do this every time. Learn from them. Yeah, losing trades give you more knowledge than any winning trade. When we're winning, it's easy. Yeah. Yeah, price hits, take profit. We're like, we're brilliant. Trading's easy. It's when you get into a losing trade, that's what you really need to learn from. So I entered on this candle. All right. And then as you can see, the market just wiped me out, took my stop out and then came flying back up. Okay. So first thing we need to learn here is you need a point. Yeah. My analysis is wrong when this H1 structure breaks. Okay, so when this breaks here, all my analysis for this grey zone is wrong. Okay, and now we've had this break of this grey zone, yeah, it will come back up to this grey zone. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is even a strategy in itself, guys, just trading between the grey zones. This is sometimes what I do. Even though I'm looking for shorts on Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, if I get a break in structure, I would look for buys back up to here. So you can trade between the grey zones. But yeah, this point here, guys, I am totally wrong. All right, on the H1 chart. Okay, but when I went back and analyzed my trade, guys, there was something I missed. Okay, and let me show you what it is. Let's go to the H4 chart. Let's zoom right in. And you can see, guys, that this H4 candle broke this last H4 highs. Yeah, so this H4 candle actually broke the last H4 highs. So we had an H4 structure change. But I didn't see this because it's very rare that you will have a H4 structure change and not a H1 structure change. So if we go back to the H1 chart now, yeah, I assumed, and don't ever assume anything, but I assumed because we didn't have a break of these H1 highs, yeah, all of these wicks closed back in, yeah, even this wick, yeah, all these wicks closed back into the grey zone. We never had a break in H1 structure. So I assumed we didn't have a break in H4 structure, but we did. Yeah, that's exactly what we had. The the close of this candle broke these highs. And therefore, that was my mistake, guys. I never saw this structure change on the H4. So I entered, down here, expecting to take price lower, but H4 structure had already changed. And then price carried on with H4 structure. And like I said, today, guys, I would look to take price back up to here. All right, guys. So, yeah, very serious point I had to make there, guys. Yeah, analyze your losing trades. Yeah, you will learn a great deal. So my mistake was, as I explained, and as a result, I had a losing trade on Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah. All right, guys. So, yes, learn from your mistakes. So that was Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar yesterday, guys. Okay, let's look at some of your questions now. HMH, you would like to look at Swiss franc, Japanese yen. All right, so let's start with that. And I will give you my trade ideas a bit later, guys. Okay, so let's do a top-down approach. Okay, the problem you have with Swiss franc, Japanese yen is this gap up. All right, so yeah, it's a very tricky one to read, HMH. Thank you for giving me a very tricky question for the first one. Yeah, I don't mind, ask anything you like. So the problem you have is this, right? So you've had this gap up, yeah? All right, so first of all, you've had this gap up. So arguably, we've had a break out of this range here. So this has been in a range. Yeah, this is again a bit of a box of indecision. Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers. And then we've had this gap up. So technically we've had a break of this box of indecision. But then we've had this candle that's closed back down here as well. It's a very tricky one to read. If I had to trade this pair, yeah, because of this break that we've had, this did close and break these highs, I would wait for a reaction in here and trade this back up to potentially these last highs here. Yeah, if I had to trade this pair. Personally, I would stay out of this pair, and there are other better trade ideas, which I will show you later, guys. But if I had to trade this pair, I would buy it. Because, yeah, we've technically broken these highs. We don't have a lot of room to move into back to these highs either. All right, let's drop down to the H4 chart, see if we can get some more information. So, yeah, it's all about this gap. Yeah. So price reacted at this gap. It's difficult to read H4 structure. Is this the last low? Is this the last low? Because of this gap. But you can, yeah, very, very difficult trade to say. But yeah, like I say, from this area here, from this potential, I would look for buys potentially back up to these highs here. Okay, so that's what I would look for if I had to trade this pair, but I don't like it at all. Is H4 structure breaking down? Potentially. This may be a lower low, but then we've got buyers enter the market here. Yeah, a difficult trade to analyze. Let's look at H1 as well. Okay, so again, we have had a bit of a break here. So again, we had a box of indecision here, followed by a break. This candle did break these highs. So this would support a buy. Yeah, this would support the idea of a buy. We have had a H1 structure break to the upside. I think we could take buys at least back up to here. I would close 80% here, and then I'd let 20% to run. If that continues to do it, if price starts, the H1 structure starts breaking and we start breaking these lows, then not interested, guys. All right, but yeah, very difficult one to analyze. Yeah, it's because of all these gap ups and gap downs that we've had in the market. All the yen pairs had this huge gap up, And 9 times out of 10, guys, the market will want to fill this gap. It will want to fill this gap before it pushes back up. So has this gap quite been filled? Yeah, not quite. So maybe it will come down, fill the gap, and then push back up. Okay, because we have had higher highs. All right, guys. So yeah, that's what I would do for Swiss franc Japanese yen if you put a gun to my head. Otherwise, I would stay out of this pair. All right, HMH. So yeah, I hope that supports your idea and what you're looking at. Let us know if you were looking for longs or shorts. It'll be interesting to know. Morning, Colin. How are you, mate? Morning, Kev. How regular on Discord, Kev? How are you, mate? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're not with Gal Gadot this morning. She's mine. Colin, Euro New Zealand. All right, Colin. Good. This was a very interesting one from yesterday. So Euro New Zealand. This got a lot of discussion within the Discord channel, guys. Yeah, there was a few comments on this pair. And again, let's do a top-down approach, guys. So, yeah, what are we seeing? Okay, so weekly, we were seeing this. Price was in an uptrend, yeah, and still is in an uptrend. We still have higher lows and higher highs, okay? And then this channel here got broke, and then we was in a bit of a range, and then we broke again. This candle, the close of this candle has broken these highs. Okay, so structurally, that's what we're seeing. If we zoom in, guys, you can see we also have a very bullish candle that's broken these highs. So remember, guys, we need to look at weekly, daily, H4, H1. They are all parts of the same story. All right, so read that story thoroughly. Don't just look at H1 and trade it. Yeah, look at the bigger picture, look at the whole story. And the story is telling me to buy this pair on the weekly chart. All right, then we drop down to the day chart, guys. Okay, and again, obviously, with the day chart, we are also in an uptrend. All right, so this candle here, this bullish candle, broke all of these highs in here. All right, so structurally, we're in an uptrend. And now price, although we've had 2 bearish days, yeah, I would still be looking for longs. All right, we've had 2 bearish days back into our grey zone. All right, but we're in our grey zone. We haven't broken below this grey zone. This would worry me. We are still in this grey zone. So I'm still looking for longs. Okay, if we now drop down to the H4 chart, yeah, price is confused, basically. So we had that, you know, those 2 bearish days. So we've got sellers entering the market there. And then at this grey zone, yeah, obviously buyers are interested. Yeah, it's no coincidence that a lot of people are seeing the same support and resistance level, guys. All right, so yeah, buyers are seeing this market. Seeing this grey zone. So buyers are entering the market. Hence, we've got sellers and buyers. And again, we have a bit of box of indecision. Yeah, I love boxes of indecision. I love boxes of indecision as much as I love Gal Gadot. Yeah, because once you get a break of these boxes, yeah, the direction is normally pretty good and it will go quite quickly. It will move in that direction quickly. Okay, so we are seeing a box of indecision on the H4. If we now drop down to the H1, bear in mind, I am looking for longs. Yeah, and this is that grey zone. We have this area here, and this was the area I was talking about in the Discord channel. You have this area here. Let me drag it out a little bit to the left as well. Okay. So guys, if we look at H1 structure, and again, I love boxes of indecision. I love being with H1 structure. All right. I love both of these things, and Gal Gadot and sushi. I love sushi. So guys, yeah, price has come down. We are in a downtrend. Okay. Price has come back up to these highs. still hasn't broke it. These dojis come back in to this, yeah, come back down and tested this level. Then we push back up, yeah. This is that box of indecision forming, all right? So really, we're still in a H1 downtrend, or you could say a range, but at no point are we in an uptrend, okay? However, yeah, we are starting to see higher lows. So this will be interesting, okay? But for me, we need to break this area. We need to break this gray zone and therefore these H1 highs. And this is a trade idea for today, guys. This is also a trade idea for today. If we get a break of this level, yeah, then a retest, yeah, we can start buying this pair, okay? I take it back up to these highs first of all, where I would close 80%, and then I will leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, but we need a break of these highs through here. Okay, it was a really interesting trade because, yeah, and it's a trade idea for today, but this is how we're going to trade it. If we get breaks of these lows, not interested, guys, not interested. It is still in a downward H1 structure. But we get a break, retest, we are buying this pair. Okay, and it was a really interesting trade because if we look at the H4, yeah, it just goes to show how important it is to be with H1 structure. So everyone in the Discord channel, well, not everyone, but when we saw this green bullish candle, everyone was like, Tom, is now the time to buy? Is now the time to buy? Can we buy? Look at the H4 candle. Look at the H4 candle. And the answer was no, because we didn't get that break of H1 structure. Okay. And instead, we've got this box of indecision. When we get a break, yeah, we're off to the races. Take it back up to these highs. All right, guys. So, yeah, very interesting trade to look at. And it also shows the importance of being with H1 structure. Yeah, so some lessons learned there. We have to wait. We have to bide our time. Yeah. So if you had entered on this green candle, guys, yeah, chances are you might have got stopped out. But the trade is still not valid. You have to wait. This is the 4-hour chart, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 hours we've waited so far, and we still don't have a trade on this pair. We might have to wait for another 8 more hours until we get a break. Okay, so be it. This is all about the patience of trading and sitting on these hands until the time is right. Let the market tell you that the time is now and we are ready to trade. Okay, guys, so Euro New Zealand, that is a trade idea for today if we get a break. All right, Colin, thank you for bringing that up, kind sir, and I hope that helps you with your analysis. Okay, morning, Henry. Henry would like to look at pound Aussie dollar. Let's have a look at that for you. Pound Aussie dollar. So, guys, let's start with the day chart. Let's move some of these grey zones across. Okay. Okay, let's start with the weekly chart, because I know there's some weekly information here. So this puts me off shorting this pair. Because if you look here, on the weekly chart, there is definitely an area of resistance here. Yeah, I didn't put it in, but this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, price has reacted here, 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 and here, and here. Yeah, this, and it's reacted here. This is clearly an area of support, yeah, for pound Aussie dollar. Okay, so that's what we're seeing on the weekly chart. However, on the weekly chart, we was in an uptrend, yeah, but we've had a structure break. We've now had lower lows, yeah. We've had lower lows, but I cannot sell into this area of potential support. If it breaks this support, yeah, then yes, we can start shorting it. But shorting into this grey zone, I cannot do. Okay. If we then look at the day chart, yeah, this is that grey zone. and price has reacted once, but then obviously there's resistance here as well, and it's come back down. Okay. Will it break this level? If it does, I'm interested in shorts, but chances are it's going to bounce up here and we're going to get a bit of a range. This is what I expect for pound Aussie dollar, because you've got sellers on the day chart and you have buyers on the weekly chart. And again, guys, I know I say this time and time again, but if you get buyers and sellers, you are going to get, you get daily sellers, weekly buyers, you're going to get just buyers and sellers hitting each other. Yeah, so you're going to get a range. Yeah, you're going to get a range in market until we have a winner. And when I say winner, I would need to see a break of this level and then come back down, or I need to see a break of these highs and trade to the upside. But for now, we are just between a rock and a hard place. This is the rock, this is the hard place. Okay, so difficult to trade. I mean, if I had to trade it today, I would have taken it back down to this 71 level. I know this is 71 because I was looking at it, but there's just no room. There's just no room to take this before we find potential buyers again. Okay, so yeah, not really. I mean, once it gets down to this level and we've got a H1 structure break, let's take a look. Yeah, so we're at this level. Yeah, H1 is in a downtrend. Let's say we get something like this, then potentially I'd look for buys. If we get a break of this H1 structure, I would buy out of this level. Okay, so that's what I would be looking for pound Aussie dollar. I hope that helps, Henry. You're welcome, HMH. Good morning, Yamin. What is your idea about US dollar, Japanese yen? So this is the same with all the yen pairs, guys. They're difficult to read because we've had this gap up and it's just difficult to read. All right, but let's take a look. And guys, yeah, if you're enjoying this analysis and join us. I was lost for words. If you're enjoying this analysis, guys, come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button, guys. We'd love to have you on the channel. So come join us. Right, US dollar, Japanese yen. So for me, we were in a downtrend. Okay. Yeah, and then when we had this break, we still thought we had room to the downside, but that didn't materialize. And instead, we've had a very bullish reaction. And although this was a gap, this is obviously a gap up. Let me zoom in so you can see this. Yeah, so once these highs here are broken with this gap up, then we've got higher highs. Yeah, we've got higher highs up here. This candle doesn't break these highs, but this candle here does. So we do have higher highs, all right? So if anything, I would be looking for buys with this pair, all right? And then, as I said before, guys, 9 times out of 10, yeah, or even 97%, I'm going to say, the gap will always get filled. So this gap, yeah, gets filled. All right, and it got filled yesterday. Now it's filled. I think we can potentially start looking for buys potentially back up to here, or even some of these levels over here. So yeah, because of these higher highs, I would be looking for buys on US dollar, Japanese yen. But again, I have better US dollar majors that we can trade, and I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, I would buy this pair. Let's look at H4. So yeah, you can see, but with these gap ups, it's difficult to read because is this the last low? We're not sure because it just gapped up. And then have we broken this last low? Is H4 in a downtrend? Difficult to say. And then we've got this area through here. Yeah, so this area through here is clearly an area of potential buying pressure. Yeah, what was once resistance, when it comes back down, becomes support. So yeah, this level through here, let me put it, I mean, let's take into account all of this. So this level through here is the important level for me. Yeah, it was once very good support. Now it's broke, retested. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and then we get some movement to the upside. Again, as you know, I like to trade with H1 structure, guys. So yeah, so potentially, yeah, if we perhaps get a break of, yeah, we've had this, perhaps if we get a break of this level here, we could start looking for longs. But then again, you find an area of resistance straight away. So yeah, if anything, guys, I would buy US dollar, Japanese yen. But again, it's not one of my trade ideas for today. And I will show you some US dollar majors as well. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's now look at some more questions, guys. Well, actually, let me give you the US dollar pairs. Well, no, we'll do Jade's question. Jade's question, we're going to look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. And yeah, and then I'll look at some of the US dollar majors that I'm looking at. Okay, so let's take a look at this Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. All right, guys, so let's look at the weekly chart. Let's do a top-down approach. So this level here, we're currently at a gray zone for me, yeah? It was clearly in a downtrend, all right? It's clearly in a downtrend. I don't think I've ever seen the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar drop like that. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar is usually like this, very little movement, which is why people trade it a lot. It's not very volatile. But yeah, it's had a retrace, and then basically all we're looking for, guys, is where will this retrace? Will it retrace to here and come back down? Will it retrace to here and come back down? So this is what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a retrace to take this pair lower. Okay, and potentially we have this gray zone through here. So price reacted here, here's reacted here, here, and here. So it's at an interesting level as we speak on the weekly chart, okay? Yeah, it's at an interesting level. If we would draw a fib level, guys, let's look at the fib level. Yeah, it's also at interesting fib levels. Yeah, these are the 3 fib levels. We can also use as a piece of confluence, guys. Yeah, we've got this, this, and this. So it's at an interesting level for many different reasons, okay? Let's now look at the day chart and see what we are seeing. So, yeah, I know what you're saying, Jay. So, yeah, price has come out there. We had this box of indecision here. Yeah, we've got this box of indecision, and price has left that box of indecision. So, totally agree with your analysis, Jade. However, there's no room for it to go into. This is very important as part of a trade, guys. We need room for the trade to move into. And it just, before we, I mean, this level here and here, if I was to draw a mini daily level, yeah, I would draw this in. Yeah, because the price has reacted, yeah, here and here. So this is potentially an area where price could react. So for those reasons, although we've broken out of this box of indecision, I cannot buy into this. I cannot buy into this. Let's drop down to the H4 and take a look at this. So yeah, like you say, Jade, yeah, it's definitely broke. Yeah, this is that box of indecision on the daily chart. Yeah, this is how it looks on the H4. Yeah, and we've had a break. H4 candles are breaking out, but let's see what happens at this level. All right, let's drop down to the H1 chart now. So we've had a bit of, it'll be really interesting for me to see what happens at this last high. Okay, maybe we get a bit of a move out and it closes back in. Maybe we get a bit of a wick, you know, the big dogs take out a few stops. It'll be interesting to see what happens at this high on the H1 and the H4 candle. If this holds, yeah, we might start seeing a breakdown in structure. Okay, then potentially shorts are on the chart, but it's a difficult one, yeah, because like I said, if we go back to the H4, if I zoom, let's go back to the day chart. Yeah, if we zoom out, zoom in a little bit, yeah, we've broken out of this box, but as soon as we break, we're in an area of potential resistance. So I cannot short back into this box, and I don't want to buy this pair either. For me, it's a trade where I would just stay out of this pair. Yeah, and really keep a close eye on what price does here. Yeah, if these highs hold. If they do, potentially room to the downside, if anything, but I wouldn't like to keep buying this pair. All right, Jade. So yeah, I agree with you. It's come out of it's left the box of indecision, but a trade needs room to move into. Yeah, and this has no room to move into for me. Okay, so yeah, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. I hope that helps you with that. Okay, good. All right, HMH. So yeah, my editor gets angry at everyone. I cannot guarantee this. He may get angry with you. Okay, cow, good. GBP US dollar and GBP Chiefy. So let's take a look at this cow, because first of all, pound US dollar is potentially one of my trade ideas for today. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So pound US dollar, remember my first trade idea was Euro New Zealand dollar if we got that H1 structure break. My second trade idea is this. This is the pound against the US dollar. All right, guys. And let's take a quick look on the day chart. Okay. On the day chart, weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, guys, we are in an uptrend. Okay. And it's come back down, hit this potential low here. So potentially we could take price back up to here. Okay, so that's what we're seeing on the weekly chart. We're at an important zone. However, look at the bearishness of this weekly candle. Admittedly, this was all NFP driven. Yeah, this was NFP news driven. All right. Thank you, Jade. Thank you, Jade, for your donation. Very kind. I will answer all of your questions all of the time. But yeah, thank you, Jade. It's very kind, and you're welcome for the analysis. So yeah, this weekly chart, guys. Yeah, we also see this very bearish candle. So will it make it back up to this level here? Difficult to say because sellers have taken control here. But we are still in an uptrend, and we're at a very interesting level. Okay. All right, so secondly, let's take a look at the day chart. So price has come down into our grey zone. Yeah, this was that grey weekly support zone. Yeah, and price has, ever since it didn't break these highs up here, it has come storming down. All right, but when price storms down like this, it's very oversold. Yeah, it's very oversold, and now we've had a bullish reaction at our grey zone. So I'm willing, although we are in a daily downtrend, we're in a weekly uptrend, and we've had a bullish reaction. This candle is a bullish reaction at this grey zone. So I am willing to look for buys today. Yeah. I'm willing to look for buys. Okay, because of this. Where would I be looking for buys to? I would probably choose a psychological level. Okay, so where prices, so I would look for this area, this 2150 level. All right, this would be my target. I mean, it could potentially retrace all the way back up to here. Yeah, because this is where it all stemmed from. This is that last daily level. But yeah, I think this is potentially a bit too far to retrace. So I'm potentially looking for price to retrace to this 2150 level on pound US dollar. Okay, so weekly and daily has told me that I'm happy to buy this pair. Let's now drop down to the H4 chart and take a look at what we're seeing here. So we have had itchy nose, excuse me, I'm not picking it, just itching it. Picking it would be terrible on a YouTube channel. There's probably a channel where people just pick their nose and people tune in. Honestly, there's some bizarre stuff out there. I might do that next. Let me know if you're interested. So guys, yeah, we have got a change in H4 structure. Yeah, price was in a downtrend. Okay, and then bang. We have had this huge bullish candle react at this grey zone. And again, it's no surprise that price has reacted at our grey zone. Yeah, it's no surprise. Yeah, price has reacted historically at this zone, so it's reacted again. But more importantly, this candle has broken these highs and even these highs here. So we have had a break in H4 structure. Yeah, we've also, look at this wick. Yeah, price is really rejecting this level. Yeah, buyers are in here, buying this up. Buyers are in here. So we've got H4 trend break, and we've also got, obviously, we had a H1 trend break. Okay, so yeah, price came down, and then we've had this. So these last H1 highs were also broken, and these highs over here. So the question now is, yeah, again, where will price retrace to? We've had this movement up, then down, and then we've got a bit of movement here. What I want to see, guys, is basically I'm going to trade the first bullish H1 candle that I see, because we are with H1 structure. Yeah, maybe price reacts at this level or this level. I'm still just looking for the first bullish H1 candle that we see. All right, because the last H1 low is not till down here realistically. Okay, so that's what I'm going to wait for, guys. I'm going to wait for the first bullish H1 candle that I see, basically a candle that tells me that buyers are in control. I might also combine this with a uptrend, an M15 uptrend. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for, but then I will be buying this pair. So yeah, let's look for a bullish candle. I'll buy it back up to here to start with, and then I'll close 80% because that is how I roll. And then I will let 20% run, guys, to one of that higher time frame target, that 2150 level. All right, guys. So yeah, that's what I will be looking to do with pound US dollar. And it is a trade idea for today, guys. All right. And guys, if you would like to receive my trade ideas every single day, I give them to you, no problem. Then come join us. Yes, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash that like button. I also give you these gray zones where price reacts. So yeah, I hope that's what you were looking for, Cal. Pound US dollar, I'm looking for buys. Let's also look at pound Swiss franc because Cal would like this very much. So I've even put an alert here. Yeah, why have I put an alert here? Because this will be a H1 structure break. So again, day trend. Yeah, we are in an important area for this pair. Price has reacted here and here in this gray zone. So this is potentially an area where price could react. Yeah, I know you know this. Plot your support and resistance levels. All right. So I'm now interested. I don't like the bearishness of this daily candle. Okay, I don't. But if we start seeing breaks to the upside, then potentially it's a trade. Let's look at H4. Yeah, so again, we're getting a little, price has just sort of got to this level and then it's just sort of, yeah, doesn't know what to do with itself. It hasn't made a decision yet. If we then drop to the H1 chart, yeah, you will see that I am waiting for a break of this pair. Okay, so price for me is still in a downtrend on the H1. Yeah, this is the last H1 high. Yeah, so this area here. If we get a break of this level, my alarm will go off and I will jump into action like a coiled cobra. Okay, I couldn't think of a better one. Yeah, and then price retraces, then potentially we've got some room. I mean, the first bit of room is here. Yeah, this would be your first target realistically, because this is where we start seeing some potential resistance, but then leave 20% to run. But I would be interested in this pair, like I say, if we get a break of this level, hence my alarm is here. So I would only be looking for buys today. I cannot keep shorting into this this support. Yeah, cannot do it. But I could look for buys today. So keep an eye out, guys, for this structure break. All right. So Cal, I hope you are happy with the analysis. I hope that helps you. Tony, how are you, Tony? 80 to 20 is an amazing. Okay, yeah, good. It is a very good rule. I close 80% when I get a risk to reward of 1:1. It secures profit and it allows me to let 20% run for years and years. I'm only joking, but yeah, it's a way that it's a mechanism I use to help me let trades run, or at least some of it. Let me have some vodka, guys. I've been doing a lot of talking. Hopefully one day I'll get sponsored by a vodka company. If anyone works for a vodka company, sponsor me. Why not? Okay. Okay. I'm so late. Did you already look at Aussie dollar, US dollar? Cicicello, I hope I pronounced your name right. I probably haven't. No, we haven't looked at Aussie dollar, US dollar. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. So Aussie dollar, US dollar. So this is at a very interesting level. Let's look at the day chart. The problem, again, yeah, is between a rock and a hard place. So price is in an uptrend. Yeah, but then that uptrend breaks and then it was in a downtrend. So this last low here was broken. We're in a downtrend. But these last lows here are obviously very important also. And price has reacted here. Okay. So when I say a rock and a hard place, you have this low that price is currently at, but you have from this grey zone all of this buying pressure. So you have potential selling pressure, yeah, because of this last low, and you've got lots of buying pressure that has shown its hand. Yeah, look at this green candle. Yeah, there are lots of buyers at this level. So yeah, again, you've got buyers and sellers. Yeah, you're gonna have a bit of a war. Yeah, nobody likes war. War. What is it good for? I will not sing again. I apologize. So yeah, that's the problem you're having. Yeah, you've got sellers here, you've got buyers here. So let's see who wins. All right, let's drop down to the H4 chart. So at the moment, buyers are winning. Yeah, we had a break of structure on the H4 chart. Yeah, when these highs were broken, we are now in an uptrend. And bear in mind, guys, you know, price could retrace to here. Yeah, this whole grey zone is potential support. Okay, so at the moment, buyers are in control here on the H4. Let's drop down to the H1 chart. And again, yeah, buyers are in control. Yeah. So what we want to see, guys, is what price does here. Price might continue up a little bit more. It might react here. But then let's see who wins, because buyers, only buyers at the moment. Yeah. But if we get price up to here and then price does this, and then we get a breakdown on the H1 structure, yeah, then we can start looking for sellers. So you're going to have to be really patient with this pair. Yeah, buyers are in control at the moment, but we're at a very interesting level to sell. So I would wait for potential sellers to take control and then take price back down to here. But you could be waiting a long time for this. All right, so with a lot of the US dollar majors, like the euro, the pound, they are in control. So let's take a look at another one of my trade ideas. So pound US dollar was a trade idea. It's the same for euro US dollar. Okay, so again, guys, let's look at the day chart and what we are seeing. So on the day chart, let's start with the weekly chart. So again, guys, on the weekly chart, same with pound US dollar, we're in an uptrend. Yeah, that is a very bullish uptrend, but it's very oversold, all right? And we've had this humongous bearish candle. So eventually, I think we have a bit more room to the downside. Okay, but we're in an uptrend. If we go to the day chart now, yeah, this gray zone through here is very important. Yeah, it was once resistance, it broke, price has come back up, and now we've had a structure change. Once these lows and even these lows were broken, we've had a structure change. However, we're at this gray zone. So because this move happened so quickly, yeah, this downward move, I think we have a little bit of a retrace potentially, yeah, before we can come lower. All right, I don't expect price, rarely will price do this, guys. It will do that and then just plow down. Price will react at this level. Yeah, it will rarely just plow through resistance or plow through support. Yeah, rarely will it do this. All right, and sure enough, it's reacted, yeah, with this daily candle. So I think we can potentially take price back up to this low. Let me draw this in with a blue line. All right, and it nicely, yes, convenient that it's also with this 10800 level, this psychological level. All right, if we now drop down to the H4, yeah, this is why it's difficult for me to trade the Aussie dollar US dollar, because these trades are better and have more room to move into. So pound US dollar and euro US dollar both have room to move into. But again, guys, look at H4, clearly in a downtrend. And then we've got buyers. Buyers are here. Yeah, bang. Yeah, breaking this high. So on the H4, buyers are in control. Again, if we zoom in, look at this wick as well. We've had a real rejection, even on the negative candle. So buyers are sitting in here trying to push this up. All right. And then if we look at the H1 chart, this will also be a break of structure. Yeah. So yeah, we had this real big push up. That was that H4 candle. And now again, the same with pound against the US dollar, guys. It's going to be a case of, you know, the first bullish H1 candle that I see. Could be here and then we get a H1 candle. It could be here and we get a bullish H1 candle. But that's what I'm looking for, guys. Yeah. If price starts breaking down here, I'm wrong. Okay. But if we get a bullish H1 candle that tells us buyers are in control, we can take price potentially back up to this 10800 level. All right, guys. So yeah, pound US dollar and euro US dollar. I'm looking for buys today. Next trade idea. Rafael, you would like to look at the S&P 500. Okay, let's take a look at the S&P 500. Here we go. So let's do a top-down approach. So weekly, what are we seeing? So a couple of things. So weekly, yeah, like I say, guys, we should look for three things. This is what I talk about in my mentorship program. Okay, when you analyze each time frame, look for three things. Look at structure, look at the candlesticks, and look at support and resistance. All right. So structure. We are in an uptrend, but we haven't had a higher high. on the weekly chart. This wick closed back in, but we are in an uptrend. We've got higher lows. Okay. However, we are at this very important level, this grey zone. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. If we zoom in, yeah, this is quite bullish. So this would suggest perhaps we can have room back up to here. Because remember, anywhere in this grey zone is resistance. So it could push up further into this grey zone, back up to here. All right. But I wouldn't like to keep buying into this grey zone. Okay. Now let's drop down to the day chart. What are we seeing? So okay, that high did break. Yeah. Day trend, we are clearly seeing an uptrend. Yeah. Yeah, and this is the last low. So, like I say, you're currently at a daily level here where price has reacted once. So I cannot buy into this. Yeah, I cannot keep buying that. However, if we got a breakdown of these lows, yeah, retest, I think we have room back down to potentially this grey zone here. But as it stands right now, I cannot buy into this. Firstly, it's a weekly resistance level, and secondly, it's already reacted here. However, this candle is very bullish. So I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. And if I get mixed signals, I stay out. Because remember, guys, your job as a trader is to gather as many reasons to take a trade as possible. And if you're getting mixed reasons, mixed messages, then don't trade it. Let's take a quick look at the H4. Let's get rid of this. So I mean, yeah, look at you get this negative H4 candle followed by this green bullish candle. Yeah, buyers and sellers are very confused. So I would potentially be looking for shorts at a break of this level. Yeah, if we get a break of this level, I would be looking for shorts. I cannot keep buying into here because this has proven to be very good resistance. So only potential shorts if we break this level. All right, so that's what I'm seeing on the S&P. Okay, Joe. Okay, Jade, you're welcome. And again, thank you for the donation. Very welcome. Song Love, how are you? Good. Oh, wow. Haha. I'm glad I'm being funny. Right, let's have a look at gold. Eric, how are you, Eric? Yeah, gold is a tricky one. We're going to look at gold, guys, and then I'm going to show you my trade ideas as well. So gold. What to do with gold? So price on the day chart. This is the day chart. Yeah, we are clearly looking for shorts. Okay, because price has broken this last low here. So on the day chart, we are in a downtrend. Okay. The problem we have is this move was very aggressive. Okay, very aggressive. Therefore, we need a retrace. Yeah, we can't just trade here. Yeah, put your stop here. There's no value. There's no value in this trade. So we need a trade to retrace before we come lower. Yeah, we have to have this, guys. A retrace gives you value for money and it gives you room to move into. It makes your risk to reward better. It's as simple as that. So what are we seeing? Yeah, we need to look for clues. And for me, price has not been moving out of this zone. Yeah, this is a bit of a box of indecision for me. Okay, and we've had buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, buyers. All right, I expect this pair wants to retrace a bit more. So there's two ways we can trade this. All right, if we get a break of this box of indecision, I think we have room back up to this grey zone. But at this grey zone, I am only looking for shorts. Okay, So we could trade it like this, because this is what I expect to happen. Yeah, because price wants to retrace. So if that happens, guys, we can buy up to here, and then we're looking for sells at this level. If price does start breaking these lows, yeah, then okay, we can start looking for shorts. But I don't expect the market to do this, because we haven't had any lower lows for some time. Yeah, buyers keep entering the market, buyers keep entering the market, buyers keep entering the market. Then we have sellers keep trying to bring the market back down. Hence this box of indecision. But I think price is going to, you know, if it does break out of here, we have a bit more room to the upside. So that's how I would trade gold today. But then I would be looking for sellers at this level. Okay, so that's what we're looking for on gold. Cal, you're welcome. Great stuff, Tom. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, we did. Mazazel, I like your name, Mazazel. I apologize for pronunciation. I pronounce all of your names wrong, unless your name is Tom. Then it's quite easy. Did you look at pound US dollar? Yes, I did. I'm looking for buys on pound US dollar. Check what we're looking for, Mazel. Yeah, have a recap on the video. You will see it. Okay. All right, guys. So let's take a look at one more trade, Euro Yen. Okay. And before I do, guys, if you're enjoying this analysis and these trade ideas and my support and resistance zones, then come join us. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. We'd love to have you guys, and you get this analysis every day. All right, Euro Yen, let's take a quick look. The yen pairs, the gap ups on the yen pairs have made them difficult. Okay. So, yeah, difficult. Yeah, because this level through here is a level of potential resistance, and price has reacted. But then we've also got this level here through here that has been holding. So we're going to have buyers here as well. So what would I do? I'm seeing a bit of a range, yeah? So price is coming down, it's coming back up to this level. I expect price to potentially come back up to the top of this range. Yeah, it was ranging from down here, but now it's found the range within a range. However, I don't like this bearish candle. Yeah, this is very bearish. So I would look for two things. Yeah, you could potentially look for buys or sells. So if we got a break of this low, yeah, price comes down, we get a break, retest, I would take price lower. Okay, that's what I would do with this pair if we got a break of this low. If we didn't, guys, and then we start getting a break above this grey box, yeah, because you've got to bear in mind, we want to get past all of this as well. So if price breaks to the upside and then we get a retrace, then I think we can take price back up to these last highs here. So it really depends on price action today. Let's look at the H1 to see if this gives us a bit more of a clue. So arguably we've had a break of this high. So H1 structure is currently building higher highs. To be honest with you, I would stay out of this trade. But if I had to trade it because of this H1 structure break, I would potentially take price to the upside. Okay. But yeah, don't like this trade, would stay out of it personally. But if you said, Tom, you have to trade it, otherwise I will pull your nails out of your hand, then I would buy it. Yeah, I would buy from this grey zone. Okay, guys. Rafael, you're welcome. Okay, good. I'm glad you've heard worse pronunciations of your name. I thought mine was pretty bad. Okay, John, let's have a look at Euro Canadian dollar. This is the last one, then we're going to look at the news, guys. John, a bit of a legend on Discord, so we have to look at his trade immediately. Okay, so Euro Canadian dollar. So potentially, yeah, we have room to the down. I mean, if you looked at this chart now, you would be thinking nothing but sells. Okay, you'll be looking at nothing but sells down to this level, and I think it eventually will get there. Okay, the problem, the market always needs to retrace. Yeah, but not always, but most of the time, me as a trader, I need a retrace. So I want price to retrace up to here before we start looking for shorts back down to here. So this is a trade idea for today as well, but I don't think it's going to happen today. If we go down to the H4, these lows here are holding. We're not getting lower lows, which suggests to me that price wants to come back up to this level potentially, okay, and this psychological level here. So once we get up to this level, then for me, we really do have a good trade on our hands, okay? If price starts breaking these lows, then again, okay, we can follow that momentum. We can, but to me, buyers are in here. Buyers are sitting in here buying this pair up. All right, so if they keep buying it up, they will buy it back up to here, then we can come lower. Let's look at the H1 chart now as well. Okay, so yeah, again, this is holding. Has price structure broken? Yeah, maybe, yeah, because price come down, we were looking at this, and then we had a push up, yeah, push up with this candle here, and now these lows are still holding. So again, if we start getting some more buying pressure, then we can buy this pair up to this level. If this level breaks, then we can follow this trade, follow the winds, as many people say. So yeah, buys and sells with this pair. It depends what price action does today. So an interesting pair, but yeah. I'll tell you why it's also interesting, guys, because two trade ideas I'm looking at today is this. Pound Canadian dollar. All right, so pound Canadian dollar is a trade idea, and I'm looking to buy it. So you asked me about euro Canadian dollar. This is something I haven't really spoke about before, but I will also look at what the Canadian dollar is doing against other pairs. All right, and against pound Canadian dollar, yeah, it is at a very important level. Yeah, you can see here this level, price reacted so strongly once before, and it's at this level again. And we've had a bit of a reaction. Yeah, this low has held. So potentially we have a bit of a retrace on our hands today. And this is actually a trade idea, pound Canadian dollar and New Zealand dollar Canadian dollar. I'll show you New Zealand dollar Canadian dollar in a minute. So this is potentially a trade idea because again, this moves so aggressive. Yeah, rarely will it just keep going. It won't just plow through this and just keep going. It will want to retrace. Yeah, people, even the banks, the hedge funds will want to get in on this trade. So for them to get in on this trade, they will want to push it back up, get in at a level, and then they will take it lower. Yeah, that's what they want to do. So let's take a look at how price reacted on the H4. All right, okay, so we haven't had a structure break on H4. We're still in a downtrend, yeah, on the H4. Okay, still in a downtrend. However, there's an important level through here. Yeah. So this is an important level. Let's drop down to the H1 chart now. And again, yeah, we still haven't quite had a structure break, but if we want to be aggressive, guys, and this is bullish, we could trade this candle. Okay. However, if you want to be more risk adverse, then wait for a break of these highs and even these highs over here. This is that H4 structure, retest, and then we can take price back up. All right, so yeah, that would be the safer trade. Wait for a break of this gray zone, retest, bullish reaction, and then we can get in on this pair. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm looking for pound Canadian dollar, potentially buys today if this happens. And again, if we look at this on the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, we're seeing a similar scenario. And this is also a trade idea for today. This is potentially a stronger trade idea. Let me explain why. So again, guys, yeah, price is in a downtrend. Yeah, ever since we broke these lows, price is in a downtrend. But again, guys, price will not plow through resistance or support. Yeah, it's not going to plow through it. Rarely will it do that. It will react. All right. And currently we've got a green candle followed by a bit of a doji. We've had a reaction. All right. But if we drop down to the H4, guys, you can also see that we've had a structure break in H4. Yeah. This last highs here were holding, and then we had this candle, this green candle, that the close of this candle broke these highs. So for me, we have a bit of room back up to this line here. This is my alarm, and it's because of these last lows. Okay, so we have a bit of room on this trade. So this is why I'm looking at New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. And this is also why I'm reluctant to keep selling euro Canadian dollar. Okay, if we drop down to the H1 chart, yeah, we've also had a H1 structure break. Yeah, price come back down. We've got this break here, breaking these highs, and now we're just waiting for a bullish reaction in here to take. We just want to see a bullish reaction. Maybe it's this candle. If this candle here breaks these highs, this high here, I would buy this all day back up to here and then leave some on the trade back up to here. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm looking at euro US dollar, pound US dollar to buy. I'm looking at pound Canadian dollar, New Zealand Canadian dollar to buy. I'm also looking at euro New Zealand to buy, as long as we get a break of that H1 structure. All right, guys. So yeah, they're the trade ideas, lots of trade ideas. And if you've enjoyed these trade ideas, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button, guys. Let's take a quick look at the news now, and then we will finish, guys. So for a change, guys, we don't have a lot of news for Wednesday, the 8th of February. So if we zoom down, guys, yeah, the only piece of news we're interested in today is this. At 3:30 London GMT, we've got crude oil inventories, and that is the only 3-star rating. And then after that, guys, as you can see, no other trades that we're interested in. All right, guys. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Thank you for all your questions, guys. Thanks for coming on. Let's do this again next Wednesday. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for your time, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for more analysis. See you later.